arrival, he was received by Jassim bin Saif Al Salih, Minister of Communication of the Kingdom. Tamasgem Mulat was on this.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed yesterday held a formal session of talks with Qatari Emir Sheikh Tamam bin Hamad Al Thani in Doha. During the meeting, they discussed the bilateral relation between the two countries and ways of enhancing and developing them in various fields, especially in the fields of economy, investment, tourism, and infrastructure. The two leaders also exchanged views on regional and international developments at a meeting attended by high-level Ethiopian and Qatari government officials. The Ethiopian Prime Minister arrived in Doha yesterday. Upon arrival, he was received by Jassim bin Saif Al Sulaiti, Minister of Communications. The Ethiopian-Qatari relations are taking a new step towards further cooperation with the visit of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed yesterday. His visit of exceptional importance being his first since he took office in March 2018 and following a major breakthrough in his country on the level of public freedom and settlement of differences with neighboring countries to strengthen Ethiopia's status as a regional power in the Horn of Africa. The successes of the Ethiopian Qatari startup, reinforced by the strong desire and the willingness of Doha and Finfinne to develop and expand relations in all areas of mutual interest. This was confirmed by the visit of Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani to Ethiopia in April 2017. Recent years have witnessed a remarkable development in bilateral relations between the two countries, which began decades ago with the official announcement of the establishment of a diplomatic relation between them in 1995. The development of relations is reflected in a large number of high-level reciprocal visits and the signing of a number of bilateral agreements, which are a strong indication of the parties' desire to promote and develop these relations to all areas of mutual interest. Ethiopia is keen to encourage and attract Qatar investments and open the way for businessmen for different sectors to promote joint projects between the two countries that will promote and stimulate the Ethiopian economy. It also creates positive opportunities for Qataris investors to attract foreign projects with good economic and social returns. The Ethiopian Investment Forum, organized by the Ethiopian Embassy in Doha, opened in January this year to review investment opportunities in Ethiopia and discuss economic and trade cooperation between the private sectors in both countries. During the reform, which included a number of Ethiopian and Qatari entrepreneurs, the Ethiopian side presented investment opportunities to Qataris businessmen in the sectors of agriculture, manufacturing, service, medicine, building materials, and others.
Minister of Innovation and Technology Dr. Gito Mukra said youth and investors should focus on innovation to transform the country. Four ministries have signed a memorandum of understanding to work in collaboration. Akli Gobra, the story.
Ministry of Technology and Innovation, Ministry of Health, the Ethiopian Investment Commission, and the Ministry of Trade and Industry have signed a memorandum of understanding to produce pharmaceutical materials in Ethiopia. Minister of Technology and Innovation, Dr. Engineer Getao Mokre, said that the agreement has vital role to exhaustively use domestic innovation.
Innovative university graduates in the field of science and technology and health science will be encouraged by this agreement.
The agreement will solve the problem of pharmaceutical equipment supply and cost effective, according to Health Minister Dr. Amir Aman.
There is serious scarcity of pharmaceutical equipment in private and government health facilities, so the agreement can save more than 500 billion expense per annum.
Minister of Trade and Industry Fatlawork Gabragzaber for her part noted that the ministry works for the quality and the standard of the products. Our ministry supervises the quality and the standard of pharmaceutical products as per the international standard. Commissioner of the Ethiopian Investment Commission, Abebe Abebayo, briefed that production of pharmaceutical materials in Kilinto Industrial Park will start in the near future. Domestic investors were requested to engage in the production of pharmaceutical materials.
Speaker of Jeffy Oromia Lomi Bado said to economically empower the women, their structure should be strengthened more. Let us more.
Employees of the office of Ethiopia Oromia have celebrated Women's Day in Bishoftu town. According to the paper presented on the celebration, women of Oromia played a key role in the struggle against oppressive rule in the past regime. Currently, women's equality is being improved in the region, especially with regard to leadership. It was stated there is also remarkable progress in socio-economic aspects. It was learned. However, more work is needed to empower women through economy. Some people in attendance of the event suggested that government officials should work with due attention in supporting women to engage in working activities so as to ensure women benefit in all aspects. On the occasion, Chairperson of Women, Children and Youth Affairs Standing Committee with Ethiopia Oromia, Mastout Faisa, urged women to work with confidence using their natural leadership talent. She raised the women who played significant role in leadership of the region as an example. Deputy Speaker of Ethiopia Oromia, Mahabuba Adam, said that there are improved laws that allow enhancing women participation and enable them to ensure their benefits more. There are favorable laws, but the women do not know well about these laws and their rights. This requires more work. Standing committees should work with due emphasis in this regard. Speaker of Ethiopia Oromia, Lomi Bado, for her part, stressed the need to work with due attention on empowering women through economy. We have to focus on how to empower women through economy. Education is also a key tool because it helps them to manage their economy.
Ethiopia's ambassador to Djibouti, Ambassador Abdulaziz Mohammed, presented his credentials to President Ismail Omar Guelleh. Ambassador Abdulaziz stressed that the peoples of Ethiopia and Djibouti have strong historic and cultural bonds, including blood ties. The ambassador pledged to elevate the all-round relations between the two friendly countries into any higher, according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. President Guelleh mentioned the progress made in areas including the Ethiopia-Djibouti gas pipeline works and facilitation of working payment for Ethiopian nationals in Djibouti. The president underscored the importance of further strengthening the multifold relations between the two sisterly countries. President Guelleh also expressed his profound condolences over the tragic plane crash of Flight ET-302 and extended his deepest sympathy to the people and government of Ethiopia. The panel discussion that focuses on improvement of Barisa magazine content has been held in Finfinne City. Olma by another story.
Barisa magazine was published in 1976 for the first time in Sabah letter. According to some evidences, more than 30,000 copies were sold between 1977 and 1988. Journalist and author Ibrahim Ali is one of the pioneers who published Barisa magazine. He had to say the following the way they started it.
We had been in very complex challenges to publish Barisa magazine. Mahadi Hamid Mude, who was chief editor of the magazine, had asked the Ministry of Announcement of then regime to publish Barisa, but the response was very offensive.
Barisa was started by only 4 journalists to promote culture, language, and value of Oromo people. Journalist Ibrahim Ali said that they had been facing many challenging situations.
We couldn't find a sound in Sabah leader. They don't know long and short sounds. They had been writing as they want.
Discussion was held on how to improve content of the magazine in Finfinne City, capital of the country. On the discussion, scholars and senior journalists were participated. Head of the Ethiopian Press Association, Getannet Tadessa, said that they have been working to improve content of Barisa magazine.
There are 5 publications including Barisa. All have been contributing in the development of Ethiopia literature. Barisa has also a very significant role in enhancing the development of Afan Oromo, so we have to improve its contents.
State Minister of Urban Development, who is also chairperson of the Ethiopian Press Association, Kasaun Gofe, also said that the issue of Barisa magazine shouldn't be left for journalists only.
The issue of Barisa is the concern of Oromo people. It shouldn't be left for its publishers. We have to play our role at federal level through this magazine, so we have to discuss how to improve it. Minister of Water, Irrigation and Energy Dr. Engineer Seleshi Bekele received a delegation led by Park Chung-yo, South Korean Vice Minister of Environment at his office. During the meeting, the two sides explored ways to cooperate on water resource management according to the Ministry of Water, Irrigation and Energy. Moreover, they discussed on different agendas, including ways to work together in capacity building, designing the master plan for Jimma Town and its inverse, as well as funding mechanism for Borana Say water supply, among others. The discussion was attended by Dr. Nagash Wagesho, State Minister of Water, Irrigation and Energy, as well as other senior officials from both sides. That's all what we had. Thank you very much for joining us.